ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारम् प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः प्रोक्ता गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामा अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरम् हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानम् मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजम् कलिमलप्रध्वंसि न श्रेयसे मूकम् करोति वाचालम् पङ्गुम् लङ्घयते गिरिम् यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थितगतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
ॐ श्री
ॐ श्री
परमात्मने
परमात्मने
नमः।
नमः।
अथ पञ्चमोऽध्यायः।
अथ
अथ
पञ्चमोऽध्यायः।
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
ब्रह्मण्याधाय कर्माणि सङ्गम् त्यक्त्वा करोति यः
ब्रह्मण्यादाय
ब्रह्मण्यादाय कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा करोति यः
लिप्यते न स पापेन पद्मपत्रमिवाम्भसा
लिप्यते
न स
न स
पापेन
पापेन
पद्मपत्रमिवाम्भसा
पद्मपत्रमिवाम्भसा
कायेन मनसा बुद्ध्या केवलैरिन्द्रियैरपि
कायेन
मनसा
मनसा
बुद्ध्या
बुद्ध्या
केवलैरिन्द्रियैः
केवलैरिन्द्रियैरपि
योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति सङ्गम् त्यक्त्वात्मशुद्धये
योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति सङ्गं त्यक्त्वात्मशुद्धये
ब्रह्मणि ईश्वरे सर्वाणि कर्माणि आदाय निक्षिप्य यः सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा, सङ्गम् इत्युक्ते कामं त्यक्त्वा यः कर्म करोति ईश्वरार्पणबुद्ध्या प्रसादबुद्ध्या च यः कर्म करोति सः पापेन वा पुण्येन वा न लिप्यते। यथा अम्बसि वर्तमानं तोयम् यथा अम्बसि वर्तमानं पद्मपत्रम् अम्बसा यथा न लिप्यते तद्वत्। अतः कर्मयोगिनः संगम त्यक्त्वा कामं त्यक्त्वा आत्मशुद्धये अंतःकरणशुद्धये सत्त्वशुद्धये चित्तशुद्ध्यर्थं चित्तस्य शुद्धये कर्म ततो वस्तुपलब्धये चित्तशुद्धये योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति। कथं कर्म कुर्वन्ति? कैः कर्म कुर्वन्ति? कायेन केवलैः कायेन केवलेन कायेन मनसा केवलेन मनसा केवलया बुद्धिया केवलैः इन्द्रियैः। इत्युक्ते केवलैः आत्म ममत्वभावम् ममत्वभावं त्यक्त्वा ममत्ववर्जितैः केवलैः इत्युक्ते आचार्येण भाष्ये उक्तं ममत्ववर्जितैः कर्मयोगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति। ईश्वराय अहं कर्म कर्मणि न तु मम फलाय। ईश्वरार्पणम् ईश्वरप्रीतये कर्म करोमि न तु फलाय। फले मम चिन्तनं नास्ति। ईश्वरप्रीत्यर्थं कर्म करोमि इति ममत्वबुद्धिशून्यैः कायेन मनसा बुद्धिया केवलैः इन्द्रियैः अपि योगिनः कर्म कर्म कुर्वन्ति। सर्वव्यापारेषु ममतावर्जनाय योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा तत्त्वशुद्धये। अतः तव अधिकारः अस्ति तत्र एव तस्मिन् कर्मणि एव तव अधिकारः अस्ति। अतः कर्म कुरु इति भगवान् उपदिष्टवान् अर्जुनम्। उक्त्वा अग्रिमश्लोके यस्माच्च that we have seen. So why does a karma yogi perform karma? Karma yogi performs karma, karmi also performs karma. But there is a difference, huge difference. Karma being the same, the actions being the same. Because of the difference in attitude, the results are different. Karma performed by a karmi, the karma being whatever it karma is, nityanimitikari karma, and karma performed by a karma yogi, nityanimitikari karma. Karma being the same, because of the difference in attitude, one becomes a sakama karma, other one, that is karma performed by a karma yogi, nishkama karma. Therefore, the results are different. Karma performed by a karma yogi results in antakarna shuddhi, whereas karma performed by a karmi, the karma gives its result, but makes him more and more bandaha, binds him to samsara. So he continues to be a samsari, karmi, whereas karma yogi elevates to the next level, becomes a jnana yogi. So therefore, the results are different. And also, karma yogi, when we say Ishvara Prityartham karma karoti, his whole chintanam, his whole effort is to do karma to please the Lord. It is to be done. Therefore, he does without any murmur, without any grudge, whether he likes it or not. Raga dvesham tyaktva, kamam tyaktva, sangam tyaktva. He does karma because it is to be done in a given situation. Whereas karmi, yes, raga, dvesha, if it is to his liking, he will do. If it is to liking, and even though that karma in that situation it disturbs the harmony, because he likes it, he will do the karmi. That karma which is not to be done, he does. That karma which is to be done, because the karmi doesn't like it, he will not do. So therefore, there is no this factor of Ishvara in the performance of karma by karmi. So therefore, it's a huge difference. Here, karma yogi is karma is why does he perform karma is talked about. The purpose of performing karma. Why does he do karma? What is the prayojanam of performing karma by a karma yogi? The previous shloka is said sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye sattva shuddhaye chitta shuddhaye karma kurvanti yoginaha. And also another reason also that is said in the next shloka, that is 12th shloka, which we have to see. Yasmacha
यस्माच्च
yuktak karmaphalam tyaktva shantimapnoti naishtikim.
युक्तः कर्मफलं
कर्म
त्यक्त्वा
त्यक्त्वा
शान्तिमाप्नोति
शान्तिमाप्नोति
नैष्ठिकीम्
नैष्टिकीम्
Ayuktak kamakare phale sakto nibadhyate.
अयुक्तः कामकारेण
कामकारेण
फले
फले
सक्तो
सक्तो
निबध्यते
निबध्यते
Yasmat yasmat karanat chakarat anya karanam another karanam anyaha hetuhu api asti. द्वितीय कारणम प्रथम कारणम सत्वशुद्धये योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति यस्मात् कारणात् च योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति. किं तत् that the Lord says in this shloka, yuktaha is karma yogi. Karma yogi is yuktaha. Ayuktaha karmi. So the differentiation between a karma yogi and karmi is shown by the Lord in this shloka, and also the reason. One more reason why does a karma yogi performs karma sangam tyaktva. So the contrast is shown between the karma yogi and karmi. Why the contrast is shown? The purpose of showing the contrast is to glorify the karma yogi. He is a real bhakta. So yuktaha, the word yuktaha, the one who is together, is not a split personality. A person becomes split, divided internally when kamaha enters into that person. When kama enters the person, he becomes divided. It becomes divided, meaning he is not under his vasha, is not under his control. Kama drives him. He is driven by kama. When kama is obstructed, kama turns into krodha. Whereas yuktaha, the karma yogi, is an integrated person. He is together. He performs karma not propelled by kama. Therefore, no krodha. So, kama krodha dayaha doshaha tan sarvan tyaktva is not influenced by kama. Naham karomi kama karta, naham karta kama karayita, naham karayita yashate kama kama yasvaha. That is the attitude of a karma yogi. Naham karomi manyu karta, naham karta manyu karayita, naham karayita yashate manyu manyave svaha. Kamo karshit, manyu karshit, namo namaha. That mantra is chanted not once, only once in a year by a karma yogi. It is the practice. It is a practice of the karma yogi. Therefore, kamam tyakta. Therefore, he is that together. Is not divided. Is absorbed, completely absorbed in the attitude of karma yoga. So therefore, yuktaha. That is yuktaha. The one who is integrated. So his mind and his buddhi and his actions, everything is aligned. And aligned with the order of Ishvara. Aligned with the order. So therefore, a karma yogi has he has an attitude which is healthy towards karma and karma pala. So while performing karma, he enjoys the karma. And whatever karma pala comes, that also he gracefully accepts. That also he enjoys. No complaints. So the attitude is healthy. That is why karma yogi is always cheerful. Not influenced by what he is supposed to do. Not influenced by what he gets out of karma. So his focus is only on doing karma which are Gita, which are to be done, whether it is Lokika or Vedika. His emphasis is not on Kami karma, and of course he will never perform Pratishiddha karma. So such a person, a karma yogi, karma palam tyaktva, that is the attitude of the yogi. Karma palam tyaktva. How do we give up karma pala? There is no physically giving up the results of karma. Karma is done, and karma pala, the results of karma will come of its own in time. Tyaktva meaning is not longing. You will not be longing for the expected results of karma. Whatever results come, that he gracefully accepts. Therefore, the prasada buddhi. Karma palam tyaktva is prasada buddhi. Giving up the karma pala is not driven by kama. He does karma because it is to be done. That is the tyajanam. There is no otherwise giving up. So therefore, karma palam tyaktva, not attached to the results of karma. If the result, whatever may be the results are in keeping with, if the results are keeping with this karma, the amount of effort or time he has invested, that is fine, he accepts. If it is not, then also he accepts. So therefore, that is what giving up the sangha, the attachment for the results of karma. So karma palam tyaktva. So his focus is only in doing it. Therefore, that is why karma yoga is defined as, it is the second chapter, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Samattva Buddhi. And Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. So Karmasu Kaushalam. Kaushalam. He does whatever to be done with all the effort and all the involvement without attachment. Then what is the result of that? That is what Yasmat Karna Cha Yoginaka Karman Kurvanti. The result is Naishtikim Shantim Apnoti Kaha Karma Yogi. Karma yogi naistikim shantim apnoti. Shantim apnoti. Kidrishi shantihi. Naistikim shantihi. Naistikim, the word qualifies the shanti. Shantim, naistikim, dvitiya vivakti. Because it is karma. Grammatically, kartuhu ipsitatamam karma. Grammatically, here there is no ipsita icha. Aptam icha is not there. That's why karma yogi. Grammatically, kartuhu ipsitatamam karma by that sutra, dvitiya vivakti. Karma karaka dvitiya. Shantim. Kidrishi shanti, an adjective. Visheshana is the naistikim shanti. Naistikim, the word is derived from nishta. Nishta is ni purvaka sta dhatu. Ta is gati nivruttau. So ni is the upasarga. By the sutra atascha upasarge, ang pratyaya will be seen in Kridanta later. It is sta pratyaya. Sta dhatu plus ang pratyaya. Then atolopo iticha will apply. Then Srilingi ta pratyaya will come. Therefore nishta, the word comes nishta. Now, Tadita form of that nishta is naishtikim. Nishtayam bhavaha. Nishtayam bhavatam. Tatra bhavaha. Tadita sutra. Fourth chapter, third section, 54th sutra. Tatra bhavaha. Tatra, here it is nishtayam. Nishtayam bhava. Nishtayam bhava. That arthat. Tak pratyaya is added to the nishta. Then you get the form. Naishtiki. Adi vriddhi happens. Ni become nai. Then yacheticha. Ni pratyaya. Srilingi ni pratyaya. The naishtiki. It is Srilinga rupam siddhyati. Naishtiki. Like Gauri Shabdavat. So naishtiki. So naistikim shantim apnoti prapnoti abdatu. Naistikim shantim apnoti. The shanti, the peace which is naistikim. Naistikim shantim. Nishtayam bhavam shantim. That is the shanti which is born of nishta. Which is born of nishta. So nishta is what nishta? We are talking about karma yogi. Therefore, it is karma nishta. But karma nishta is one thing. There is another nishta which is jnana nishta. So karma nishta, karmani nishta, karma nishta. Jnane nishta, jnana nishta. So nishta, when we say, there could be two nishta. One is karma nishta, other one is jnana nishta. Karma nishta for karma yogis. Jnana nishta for jnana yogis. So that which is born of nishta in karma yoga is naishtikim. So when a person, karma yogi, practices karma yoga, what is the result of that? He gains certain shanti. The shanti which is not total, but it is relative, but a relative shanti is required. Because of his attitude, he gains certain composure. He is committed to karma and his attitude towards karma is different from that of a karmi. Therefore, he gains certain composure, certain peace, certain satisfaction. Therefore, it is karma nishta. Karma nishtayam bhavam karma naishtikim shantim apnoti. So when a person does what is to be done in a given situation, that is Ishvara. Ishvara unfolds the situation for the person to do certain karma. When a person does he is in harmony with the order, with the Ishvara. When a person doesn't do, then he is rubbing against the order and he will get the pinch of it. So therefore, the Karma Yogi doesn't have any conflicts. So whatever to be done in a given situation, he does. The result of that is the Shanti. So doing what is to be done and refraining from what should not be done. Both helps in maintaining the order of Ishvara. The order is harmony. There is harmony in the setup. So therefore, since the Karma Yogi has got this Prasada Buddhi, Ishvararapana Buddhi and Prasada Buddhi, so whatever manifests as a result later unfolds, that will not have any dent on this person. So he enjoys because of his because of his attitude, he enjoys Ananda, certain Ananda, a relative peace. Relative peace is Ananda. Shanti is Ananda. So one phalam is Sattva Shuddhi, and another phalam is this Naishtikim Shanti, a relative contentment, the peace, Ananda, which is required for gaining total Nishta, absolute Ananda, absolute peace, absolute this tranquility. That is by Jnanam. So it's karma is a stepping stone for Jnanam. So therefore, as a karma yogi, he enjoys a relative peace of mind, the Shanti, that is karma nishtayam bhavam naishtikim shantim apnoti. That is one way of explaining the Shanti, naishtikim shantim. If the nishta is karma nishta, the same karma yogi, when he becomes a jnana yogi, then the nishta is jnana nishta. The same naishtikim shantim now, because of his nishta in jnanam, could be interpreted as jnana nishtayam bhavam shantim naishtikim shantim apnoti. That is, the nishta is jnana nishta. Therefore, jnana nishtayam, because of his nishta in jnanam, he gains the peace which is total, which is absolute. So the nishta, if the nishta is born of karma yoga, then that shanti is apekshika shanti. If it is born of jnanam, then it is atyantika shanti. So naistiki shanti, either it could be the shanti could be born of karma yoga. If it is born of karma yoga, then it is apekshika, relative. If it is born of jnanam, then it is total atyantika. The goal is atyantika. Atyantika is possible only when there is apekshika. For apekshika, there is karma yoga. Karma yoga is a means. So apekshika shanti praptaye karma yoga hetuhu bhavati karanam bhavati. Atyantika shanti praptaye jnanam hetuhu karanam bhavati. So there is the krama. A relative peace, meaning there is no conflicts, there is no reaction. In fact, there is response, proper response, responding to the situation. That is apekshika shanti. Atyantika shanti is understanding the truth, understanding the nature of oneself, the truth of oneself. Aham avyaha, aham asangaha, aham shantaha, shantaha. The shanti is the nature of myself. The very meaning of the word shanti is myself. The very meaning of the word ananda is myself. So that is nishta, which is born of jnanam. For which the means is this apekshika shanti, naishtikim shantim is born of karma yoga, karma nishtha. So therefore, the Naishtikim Shantim apnoti, that Naishtiki Shanti can be interpreted in both ways. But in the Bhashyam, Acharya takes that Shanti to be Atyantika Shanti. So this is about the yogi, karma yogi. What about the other person, ayuktaha, na yuktaha, ayuktaha, who is divided, who is split, who is not together? It meaning doesn't follow karma as the yoga. He performs karma and that to kami karma for enjoying the results of karma. That is why pale saktaha. He is bound, he is attached to the karma, results of karma. So therefore, ayuktaha kamakarena, kamena karaha, kamakaraha. Kamena karaha, kamakaraha, tena kamakarena. Kamena karaha, it is by kartar karanai krita bagulam, the compound. 2132. Kamena karaha, kamakaraha, tena kamakarena. Because of the force of kama. Kamam karoti. So kama makes him do. Kama makes him do. Therefore, pale saktaha. Therefore, he is attached to the results of karma. Therefore, he is badhyate, nibadhyate, nishchayena badhyate. He remains bound by the karma. So, his performance of karma is not for gaining chitta shuddhi, or not even for gaining shanti, not knowing that you will not get the shanti by by doing karma which are kamya, not knowing that he thinks that by kami karma you will get ananda, you will get shanti, but that is ignorant. That is ignorance. He is ignorant, and because of ignorance, pale saktaha san ayuktaha karmi kamakarena karma karoti ataha nivadyate. Therefore, he is bound. He remains bound. He continues to be a samsari. Karma yogi comes out of samsara because of his attitudinal approach, different attitudinal approach to the karma, same karma which both the karmis as well as karma yogis perform. Karmi remains bound. Karma yogi goes to the next level. Then Vivashya. Yuktaha
युक्तः
Ishvaraya karmani karomi na mama palaya giti.
ईश्वराय कर्माणि करोमि न मम फलाय इत्यपि
Evam samahitaha san
एवं
एवं
समाहितः
समाहितः
सन्
सन्
karma palam tyaktva parityajya
कर्मफलं
कर्मफलं
त्यक्त्वा
त्यक्त्वा
परित्यज्य
परित्यज्य
shantim mokshakyam
शान्तिं
शान्तिं
मोक्षाख्याम्
मोक्षाख्याम्
apnoti
आप्नोति
आप्नोति
naishtikim nishtayam bhavam
नैष्टिकीं
नैष्ठिकीं
निष्ठायां
निष्ठायां
भवाम्
भवाम्
सत्त्वशुद्धि ज्ञान प्राप्ति सर्व कर्म संन्यास ज्ञान निष्ठा क्रमेण इति वाक्यशेषः
सत्त्वशुद्धि
सत्त्वशुद्धि
ज्ञानप्राप्ति
ज्ञानप्राप्ति
सर्वकर्मसन्न्यास
सर्वकर्मसन्न्यास
ज्ञाननिष्ठा
ज्ञाननिष्ठा
क्रमेण
क्रमे
इति वाक्यशेषः
शेषः
यस्तु पुनः
यस्तु पुनः
पुनः
अयुक्तः असमाहितः
अयुक्तः
अयुक्तः
समाहितः
असमाहितः
कामकारेण
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 करणं कारः
करणं
करणं
कारः
कारः
कामस्य कारः
काम
कामकारः
कामस्य
कारस्य
कारः
कारः
कामकारः
कामकारः
तेन कामकारेण
तेन
तेन
कामकारेण
कामकारेण
काम प्रेरिततया इत्यर्थः।
कामकारेण कामप्रेरित
कामप्रेरितः इत्यर्थः।
प्रेरिततया इत्यर्थः। Is
प्रेरित
प्रेरिततया, तृतीया प्रेरितता। मम फलाय इदं करोमि कर्म इति।
मम फलाय
फलाय
इदं
इदं
करोमि
करोमि
कर्म इति
कर्म इति
एवं फले सक्तः निबध्यते।
एवं
एवं
फले
फले
सक्तः
सक्तः
निबध्यते।
निबध्यते।
अतः त्वं युक्तो भव इत्यर्थः।
अतः
अतः
त्वं
युक्तो भव इत्यर्थः।
इत्यर्थः।
युक्तः युक्तः समाहितः सन्। The attitude of कर्म योगी. युक्तः ईश्वराय, युक्तः one who is together. Yuj, it is derived from the dhatu yuj plus ta pratyaya nishta pratyaya yuktah. Yuj, connect to yoga. He is integrated with, he is together, he is the yogi, karma yogi. So when yogi, the word is from the yuj, yogaha, yogi, therefore yuktaha, referring to karma yogi. So the thinking, the chintanam of a karma yogi. ईश्वराय कर्माणि करोमि, सर्वाणि कर्माणि अहं करोमि किमर्थम्? ईश्वर प्रीत्यर्थम. That is why we always say Namopata Samasta Durita Tadvara Shri Parameshwara Prityartam. First we say that, and then only we say our Sankalpa, we say all our wish, the purpose, I mean, whatever we want to gain from the karma, the ritual, the Sankalpa, in the form of Sankalpa we do. First is Ishvara Prityartam, Ishvaraya, for the sake of the Lord. Lord is not going to be satisfied or complete by our karma. This is the attitude of the yogi, karma yogi. So therefore, Ishwaraya aham karma karomi na mama pala. That is giving up of that doing karma for the selfish ends, which is going to limit the person. Then bring Ishvara, you become an expanded posterity. You have the vision of the total. So you don't take into consideration only your your comfort or your pleasure, but you do it for the good of all. The karma, whatever the karma yogi does, it will benefit all. Because Ishvara is there. Therefore, Ishvaraya benefit all. If the karma doesn't disturb the other person, that itself is the benefit. So therefore, karma yogi will never do karma which are harmful, which are which are problematic. So that karma a karma yogi will not do. Whatever karma a karma yogi does, it will be dharmika. Deliberately, it will be that is deliberation. When it becomes a jnani, that becomes spontaneous. So at the sadhana level, it is deliberate. Because the Ishvara is there. Therefore, Ishvaraya aham sarvani karmani karomi natu mama palaya. Not for the petty material ends. Because when you say karma yogi, he is a spiritual person. Therefore, not for petty material benefits. Iti in this manner, samahitaha, samyak agitaha, antakaranam chittam, yena saha samahitaha, the person whose mind is absorbed in this yoga buddhi. So samahitaha san, that person, karma yogi. So therefore he performs karma with the understanding. So his action is not the it's not just the karma yogi is not judged by his action. It is judged by his attitude. It's not how well he performs the karma. So it cannot be judged by the action, but with what attitude? Yeah, it's all about the attitude. Attitude is not an action. Attitude is attitude. It is the uh, mental disposure to the karma. How does he approach the karma? How does he look upon the karma? So it is attitude. So when you bring in that attitude, then what is the difference between a yogi, karma yogi, and a bhakta? Both are same only. So for a karma yogi, in fact, you only can be a real bhakta. A person who doesn't perform karma, who gives up karma, who doesn't perform karma, that to be done, he cannot be a bhakta. A real bhakta, a karma yogi is a real bhakta. He performs karma, what that which is to be done. He never discards. He never neglects. There is no dereliction. There is no dereliction of karma, dereliction of duty. So therefore, the karma yogi only can be a real bhakti yogi. There is no difference between karma yogi and bhakti yogi. In fact, the same thing we say when the person gains jnanam, there is no difference between a jnana yogi and a bhakti yogi. So there we define bhakti to be swaswarupanusandhanam bhakti ityabhidiyate. What could be what could be the the bhakti, more bhakti than the person committed to meditating on oneself, the Atma, which is one with Ishvara, Brahma. So he is ultimate bhakta. That is why Jnani tu Atmaiva Nematam, the Bhagavan said. So that is later. Now here, as a yogi, as a karma yogi, because of this attitude, the karma yogi, who is a bhaktaha, samahita san, karma palam tyaktva. Samahita is chitta, is absorbed in karma. As the mind of a bhakta is absorbed in bhakti, in the Lord, due to his devotion to the Lord. Similarly, the karma yogi also, samyak agitaha, is absorbed in performance of karma, physically expresses his devotion. Therefore, karma palam tyaktva parityajya, having given up because of his attitude, that is results of action. Parityajya, tyaktva parityajya. Parityajanam, as I said, it is not deliberately given up, it is because of his attitude. How can you give up the karma palam? Only when you can command karma palam, then only you can give up. Cannot even command karma pala. Ma karma pala hetur bhuhu. Ma te sangosto karmani. You can only do karma. You cannot command the results of karma. So that is understanding. Therefore, tyaktva parityajya, no pressure. Therefore, shantim. And what shanti? Here Bhashakara says, mokshakyam shantim. The shanti which is mokshakyam, which is known, which is called by the name mokshaha. Mokshakyam shantim apnoti. Moksha is freedom, which is released. Mokshakyam shantim, which is Naishtikim, mokshakyam shantihi, shantim apnoti. So Naishtikim is nishtayam bhavam, which is born of nishtha. Here Acharya takes the shanti to be atyantika shanti. That's why mokshakyam shantim apnoti. Then he explains what is this. The nishtayam bhavam, what is that? He explains this. Naishtikim shantim, how does the person gain? First, it is through karma yoga he gains apekshika shanti, then atyantika shanti jnana yogena. Tattva shuddhi jnana prapti. So sattva shuddhi, then jnana prapti. So Vashikara here takes the Nishtikim Shantim to be Jnana Nishtayam Bhavam, Swarupa Nishtayam Bhavam, Shanti. It is the resultant. The it is due to the Nishtha abidance in the knowledge of Atma, abidance in knowledge of Swarupa, Mama Swarupa, that's Atma. And here Acharya shows the stages. Sattva Shuddhi. The first stage is Sattva Shuddhi, Antakarna Shuddhi. Sattva Shuddhi, Jnana Prapti, Sarva Karma Sannyasa, Jnana Nishtha Kramena. So there is a karma, there is an order. So the Karma Yogi, the sadhaka, he passes through all these stages. First, he does karma as a yoga and for gaining Antakarna Shuddhi. Therefore, Sattva Shuddhi, purification of Antakaranam. By that, he gains Jnana Yogyata. The Jnana Yogyata, and this is followed by Jnanam, Shastra, Adhyayanam, Shravanam, Guru, Upasadanam, then Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, and gains knowledge. So Jnana Prapti, by that Sarvakarma Sannyasa, that Kartrutva Tyaga, due to Jnana, Sarvakarma Sannyasa, and by that gains Nishta in that Jnanam. Kramena, in this order, the person gains the Shanti, which is Naishtikim, Mokshakyam, Naishtikim, Atyantikim, Shantim. So, therefore, in this order, Kramena, Karma is important. So, not that Karma Yogi will gain Mokshakyam, Shantim. That is why Bhashikara says, Karma Yoga is the means for Jnana Yogyata. So, therefore, Vakya Sheshaha. Vakya Sheshaha is, this is the remainder of the Vakya. So, not told, you have to supply. Vakya Sheshaha. So, Sattva Shuddhi through Karma Yoga. So, Sattva Shuddhya, Jnana Yogyata Prapti, therefore Jnana Prapti. And Jnana Prapti results in Sarvakarma Sannyasa. Sarvakarma Sannyasa either could be Sannyasa Ashrama or the Nididhyasanam, or in the form of Nididhyasanam, then Nishtha in that Jnanam, by that he gains the Shanti. Nishtha is followed by Jnana Nishtha. So, therefore, Kramena, in this order, the person gains Atyantikim Shantim, Mokshakyam, Atyantikim Shanti, Viti Vakya Sheshaha, that we have to, Vakya Sheshaha not told, you have to supply. Yahatu Punaha, in contrast to that, the second line of the Shloka, Ayuktaha, Karmi is talked about. Yahatu Punaha, Yahatu, whereas, again, the other person is Ayuktaha, who is Asamahitaha, who is not Samik Agitaha, not absorbed, not committed to the performance of karma with yoga buddhi. That's why Asamagitaha, therefore he is not together. He is driven by kama. That's why kama karena. So the person is a disturbed person. So therefore he will be attached to karma pala. Why? Because he is disturbed by kama. Born of Rajoguna. Rajoguna samudbhavaha. Kama yeshaha. Krodha yeshaha. Rajoguna samudbhavaha. When Rajoguna is there, where is Shant? Sattva Shuddhihi, Antakarna Shuddhihi, it is possible only when there is Sattva, predominance of Sattva, Sattva Buddhi, Sattva Guna. When Kama is there, Rajoguna is there. Therefore, Kamakarena, Ayuktaha, Kamakarena Tritiya. It is the Hetu Tritiya, it is. Not Karna, it is Hetu Tritiya. Ayuktaha Kamakarena Pale Saktaha Nibadyate. So, Kamakarena, because of because of the karma, because of the karma, he is doing karma, he is forced to do karma. So karaha, karanam karaha. What is karaha? Karanam. Karanam is doing, performing. So kamasya karaha. It is the performance, it is the doing of, the action is performed by kama. The action is performed by kama. So therefore you should do the kama kashi manya kashi mantra, not just doing mantra, you have to follow. Nagam karami, nagam karta, nagam karayita, it is the attitude of a yogi, karma yogi. Whereas here, agam karami, agam karta, aham is one with kama. Aham kami karta, aham karomi, aham karayita. Therefore, kama is the one who does, and the person is now identified with kama. So therefore, tena kama karena, because of this driving force of kama, prompting of this desire kama prerit, tata, kamena, propelled by preraka, preritata, the status of being propelled, instigated, driven by the kama. So kama karena, Ashikara gives, kamena preritata, that status of, that is tasya bhavaha tvotalo by that pal pratyaya, Shrilingu. So kama preritata taya, kama preritataya ityartaha. Mama palaya idam karomi karma iti evam. I do this karma only for my sake, not for Ishvara and all. I'm committed to this karma to enjoy the results of this karma. Therefore, the person is bound. Pale saktaha, therefore, he remains, is bound in samsara, because he performs karma. If he doesn't get the intended result, if he gets the intended result, he will jump up and down in the ceiling. If he doesn't get, then he feels rejected. He may go to the extent of committing suicide even. All these extremities are possible. So the person will not be in a stable position. He will not be a normal person. He loses his peace of mind. So therefore, pale saktaha, therefore he will be more and more immersed in this samsara. The person, because of his karma is obstructed, becomes angry, krodha comes. So kamat krodha vijayate, krodhat bhavati sammokhat, smriti vibhrama, smriti bhramshat, buddhinashat vinashyati. So there could be physical nashanam also for a karmi, not for a karma yogi. Karma yogi also, in case if he slips, he may fall from the spiritual path, but there is no destruction. By the grace of Ishvara, he may come back. But for karmi, there is no chance. So therefore, pale saktaha nibadhyate. Therefore, ataha, he Arjuna, yartum, referring to Arjuna. Hey Arjuna, tum yuktaha bhava, karma yogi bhava. Therefore, may you be committed to karma yoga. Ityartaha. Then the Gita Priyabodhini, small commentary only, you can quickly read. Shraddhaya bhaktya cha Ishvara pritaye eva akavanaya karma niyata kurvatam cha palam aha. Shraddha and bhakti for Ishvara prityartam without kama, that is akamanaya. Akamanaya, not kamakaren. Kamakarena, the word is that here he uses akamanaya. Not kamana is a word. Kamana, akamana, taya akamanaya. So not by karma, Akamanaya karma kurvatam, those who perform karma, not driven by kama. Anyatam kurvatam means other person who is karmi, who is driven by kama. The results of both are shown by the Lord in this shloka. Yukta karma palam tekta shanti maptoti naishtikim ayukta kama karena pale satto nibadyate iti. Yuktaha iti. यः तु सदसद्विवेकी मोक्षेच्छया कर्मफलं त्यक्त्वा स्वेन अनुष्ठीयमानानां कर्मणां फलमनपेक्ष्य युक्तः भवति. That is यः सदसद्विवेकी. Who is a viveki? What viveki? Sat asat viveki. Atma anatma viveki. Dharma adharma viveki. Yes, sat atma anatma viveki. So he knows what is atma, what is anatma. Sat asat viveki moksheच्छaya. He said desire of moksha, therefore the desire to be free, to gain freedom, moksha, therefore giving up karma pala, sven anushtiyamananam, whatever anushtiyamananam, that karma, Vedika karma, or even Lokika karma, it does phalam anapekshya without depending on, without, without anapekshya, without depending on the result. Whatever may be the results, not bothering about the results, anapekshya. Not expecting the results, it's not the right translation. Without bothering. It does not, his return, whatever may be the results. He does, his action doesn't depend on the results, it does karma, because there is, he had got a yoga buddhi. Therefore, that person is yuktaha, yuktaha bhavati is together, labha labhayoho, siddhya siddhyoscha. So, siddhya siddho samo bhutva, samattam yoga uchyate. Therefore, labha, with regard to labha and alabha, gaining and gain or loss, or success or failure, samaha bhutva. He has got that equanimity of the mind with regard to that. Therefore, Parameshwar Pritaya eva yaha karma karoti, for the sake of the Lord, for the sake of pleasing the Lord, yaha, the karma yogi, karma karoti, saha eva naishtikim, that person alone, naishtikim shantim, that is karma nishta janyam shantim. Karma nishta janya shantihi naishtiki shantihi, that is karma naishtiki shanti, shantihi. That is Shanti, which is born of Nishtha in the performance of karma as a yoga. That Shanti and Chitta Shuddhim Prapnoti, gains Chitta Shuddhi also. Chitta Shuddhi said in the previous shloka. Now in this shloka, Nashtikim Shantim. Nashtikim Shantim is relative Shanti, Apekshika Shanti. We have to take Karmajanya because it is born of karma, not therefore Atintika, it is Apekshika. और यद्वा नैष्टिकीं कर्मनिष्ठा समुत्पन्न चित्त शुद्धि संभावित ज्ञान प्रकाशितां शांतिं मुक्तिं प्राप्नोति. और कर्मनिष्ठा, what is samutpannam, what is arises, what the result of that chitta shuddhi. By chitta shuddhya sambhavita jnanam. Chitta shuddhi is that then jnanam happens when the person, of course, follows the order, guru pasadanam, then vedanta shravanam ityadi. Then jnanam prakashate. So jnana prakashitam, that shanti, that is the form of mukti, moksha, he gains. Whereas yahatu aviveki kamakarena kamanaya pale karma pale saktaha asaktaha san na yuktaha ukta lakshana karmanushtana paraha na bhavati saha nibadyate. Whereas the other person who is aviveki, who is driven by kama, kamakarena, kamanaya, because of the kama, pale, karma pale, is saktaha, is bound, asaktaha, saha, san. Therefore, saha, yuktaha na bhavati. What is yuktaha? That Acharya defines. Yukta lakshana karmanushtana paraha. Is committed to anushtanam, performance of the karma which are uktam. That is called yuktaha, karma yogi. The description of karma yogi. Ukta lakshana कर्मानुष्ठान परः युक्तः सः न भवति कर्मी कर्मयोगी न भवति. Therefore निबध्यते. ज्ञानानुपत्या जन्मादिबन्धवान् भवति. ज्ञान अनुत्पत्या, ज्ञान अनुत्पत्या, because of anutpatti. There is no utpatti, there is no jnanam. Therefore, he is bandhan, bandavan bhavati. Therefore, it remains bound to the samsara. Samsara in the form of janma, marana, the cycle, the transmigration of coming and going, life and death. Therefore, bhavati tataha. Therefore, from here, Arjuna, you Ukta Lakshan Yoga Yuktaha Bhava. Therefore, you become a Yoga Yuktaha Yogi Bhava, Karma Yogi Bhava, whose Lakshanams are Ukta. Is not committed to, is committed to the karma, but not to the results. It doesn't have Sangha for the results. That is Ukta Lakshanam. Yetana, by this, Nishkamena Kritam Karma, karma which is done, the Nishkama Buddhi, Nishkamena, that is the attitude. When the karma is done for this Ishvara Prityartham, then it is Nishkama Karma. Therefore, that karma, mokshaya bhavati, it results in moksha, not directly, kramena, following that order. That remember. Whereas sakamena kritam karma bandhaya bhavati. So, nishkamena kritam karma, mokshaya bhavati, chitta shuddhi, dvara, jnana yogyata praptihi, jnana yogena, jnanam jnam eva mokshaha, mokshaya bhavati. Whereas sakamena kritam karma, bandhaya bhavati. Taha bandhaha bhavati, nivadyate samsare. Bhavati iti suchitam, that is indicator. Next shloka we will see at first. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dhanyawad.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद गुरुजी।
धन्यवाद जी।
धन्यवादः
Dhanyawad.